What up, everybody? This is Swaggy P and Magic Mike right here, and we are here to discuss sports.
Sports.
Get this stuff out of here. This place is a mess. Anyway, so what's on your mind, sports-wise?
Let's talk about the New York Giants for a moment.
All right, your team.
Yeah, my team. Eli Manning sucks. The coaching plays are stupid, and the offensive line is garbage.
Right.
Now, I think the offensive line isn't as bad as it actually really is.
Okay.
Just because of the lack of mobility and just, Eli straight up being a pussy in the pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it gets any more blunt than that. Eli just looks like a scared little 6-year-old out there.
Right.
And he makes tons of mistakes, throwing stupid passes. You have a
Pocket
talented
pussies are always a bad idea.
Absolutely.
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 Yeah.
The real stuff's better, right?
I guess you need. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So they definitely Eli's passed.
He's past his prime. It's
Yeah.
time to, let the backup
At this
roll.
point, though, do you just write him out
No.
for the rest of the season?
No, because
Because you want a bad record to get a good draft
well,
pick.
that's fine. You're not going to win either way. You're not going to make the playoffs. You're 1-7 right now.
Right,
Your team's
right.
garbage. Nobody wants to play. You traded a couple of your starters on defense.
Uh-huh.
They have a guy, I don't know where he's out or where he's from, but it's a smaller school, Kyle,
Right.
and Latueta or something like that. I forget his last name, but you might as well let him roll. I mean, Eli's done.
So
There's no point.
Like, if it were me, I would pull Odell.
No.
No, hear me out. I'd pull Odell's side, Ingram aside, Barkley aside, and even I like Shepard. I'd pull those guys aside and say, hey, look, don't worry. Next year, we're going all out. We're not going Eli. We're going to, either force him to retire and put him in the front office, or you just,
I mean, you have to do that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think what sucks in sports is that people have so much history with the team.
Right.
Eli did win 2 Super Bowls, and that's great. He's been there a long time, and
Right.
he's above average quarterback. That's fine.
And now he's hurting the team.
But exactly, similar to his brother.
Mhm.
I mean, you just gotta play what's best for you, and it's obviously not him.
Yeah.
The team has a lot of work, and it's not 100% his fault, but definitely he's a huge reason.
Oh, yeah. And again, they have such a dynamic enough offense where it's like, man, they need to keep those other guys happy. So it's like
Absolutely.
tanking is a good solution for the rest of this season.
It is.
If you can convince those guys, next year we're going to be in the hunt.
But see, at this point, you don't even need to convince them. You're 1-7. You're not
Right.
making the playoffs whatsoever. I mean, you can win out, and you're still probably not going to make the playoffs.
Right.
I mean, there's.
But you want a high draft pick.
You do, so you might as well tank, and that's fine. But I don't even think you're going to need to try to tank. They're just that bad.
How does NFL draft? Do they have a lottery?
No, there's no lottery, so it's based off your record.
So like worst place gets the best
yeah,
pick.
pretty much right now they're competing with the Cardinals and 49ers for the worst team in football.
Okay.
And there are a couple quarterbacks in this draft, and I think we'll see how the season transpires.
Pull
and maybe
76ers. What's the process?
Yeah, or go out and get a veteran quarterback. I mean, based off Jameis Winston getting pulled today, even if you can't get a quarterback or you do draft a quarterback, I mean, I wouldn't mind dealing with Winston for a year.
What
I mean,
about
I'm
what's
not
his face?
a fan, but
I think Winston's staying with the Bucks. They're just going to
No.
chalk it off and just say,
no, he's getting benched. He has a lot of legal issues against him.
yeah,
He's up for a contract.
go after Fitzmagic.
Yeah, just let him play, and Bucks realize they screwed up. They need to draft a new quarterback. I mean, if the Giants could honestly go out and get Winston for a year, and
No, I feel like that's not the move for them.
well, but if you can't get a quarterback and draft him who's
Get
ready to play in the
Fitzmagic.
league, no,
You don't like him?
no.
That dude's a stud.
No, I want a younger quarterback because I want the potential of playing.
Obviously, you want to draft a quarterback, but
Well, that's what you have to do.
get someone like Fitzmagic who could play a year and maybe groom this guy up.
What I'm saying is you might as well get Winston for a year, groom him, maybe make a late move and try to trade for Teddy Bridgewater.
I
From
don't
the
like either
Saints.
one of those guys.
But at the same time, it's like this year is a wash. Eli should not step foot on that football field anymore. What's the point?
Right.
I mean, I understand, the fans want entertainment. Well, there's no entertainment. The team's garbage.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very fun to watch the team play.
Right.
I mean, the owner's criticizing Odell for speaking out of, turn and, basically criticizing the team's lack of heart. Well,
Right.
I mean, it doesn't take a rocket time to figure out nobody wants to play for that team right now.
Right.
Nobody trusts Eli.
Yeah.
Eli looks scared out there. I mean, why are you
He does look terrified. Absolutely terrified.
And I mean, if you're not, I mean, I was watching the game today of Keenum versus Casey. No pocket awareness whatsoever. offensive line, they're only supposed to block for a couple seconds,
Right.
and the quarterback's supposed to make the
Right, you
moves
gotta pay
necessarily to move in the pocket. Eli doesn't even move out of the pocket. He stays in the pocket, and normally he just falls down. I mean, when your offensive line's laying up 7 or 8 sacks, a lot of that has to do with the quarterback.
Right.
I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have the ability to at least get rid of the football.
Absolutely. Or,
yeah, no, you don't want to throw picks, but there's things you can do.
yeah, no, you can. I mean, you could throw downfield.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, all the moments I see, he literally just gets the ball. You know, after he gets a snap,
Yeah.
looks downfield. Oh no, guy coming, and he falls down.
Yeah, I think behind closed doors they're going to encourage him. Hey, this is your year to retire. We're not running with you next year. Give him a nice little, send off.
No, and you want to know what? I think if they do say, hey, Eli, we love you, you're a dude, you're having a bad year, yada, yada, we want you back for next year. If they do that, they're going to have a lot of locker room issues, and I think a lot of the star players are going to want out. Because it's honestly ridiculous. It's the quarterback. He's at the age
and he had a bad year last year, too. I mean, he's done. He's washed.
Exactly that. I mean, dude's 38 years old, or about to be 38.
Well, then,
I mean,
you got to think future anyway. I mean, you got Saquon, who's a stud. You want to keep him happy.
You got
Odell's one of the most dynamic receivers in the game.
Ingram.
Yeah, Ingram's a stud. Yeah, so there's talent there.
Yeah, no, it's a good offense. It's just, obviously the play calling could be a little bit better.
Yeah.
The quarterback play, and
And I think they will make the right call as far as personnel.
I really hope so.
Because, like you were talking about before the season, they made a lot of great moves going forward.
Yeah.
But they were banking on Eli and that line holding up. And obviously that didn't happen.
Ooh.
It's not happening.
I mean, you go back 2 years, it was a great defense. You thought, for the most part, we're going to have a similar defense to that. And, I mean, it's just, they're going downhill. Because in the last, week and a half, a little bit longer than that, but they traded Eli Apple.
Okay.
So he was a former first-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
In the top 10, I believe. I think he was 9th. And then Eric Flowers, they released early in the season, who was also a first-round pick. I mean, one of the announcers was saying that they only have a couple picks on their team from the past couple drafts, like Odell, Collins, and Shepard.
Yeah.
A few players from drafts from a couple years ago.
Right.
It's just bad drafting, bad trades. I mean, you lost 2 of your first-round former picks. Come on, that's ridiculous. I mean, that's.
That being said, they've got a nice little situation where if they can patch these holes, they could be super dynamic.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously
the tight end, receiver, running back situation.
Oh, the offense is there.
You get like a Mahomes.
Yeah.
Well, obviously that's easier said than done, but
it's also what you mentioned is the coaching, the play calling. I mean, Andy Reid's a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the Giants stick with Shermer in the future.
I think you got to give him the boot. You give Eli the boot, and then you go from there.
I mean, it's just, I think they had a lot higher expectations, and to be at one of the worst teams in the league right now with the talent you have, you got some issues.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things.
I think the key is keeping those 3 young guys and Shepard happy.
Well, don't waste their years.
Odell, Ingram, and Saquon are,
And there's better quarterbacks than Eli that can come in.
Yeah.
But I think that's it for this video.
Okay. Well, sweet. Until next episode.
Peace.